up, my endermites? And we are back with another story time! So this is the story time on how, you know, I actually didn't think about it, but now that I think about it, it's like the same two brothers from my last story time. Oh my gosh, like, holy moly. I don't know why, but those two brothers are just, they're idiots, like, I swear, like, all right, well, we're gonna call the older one Bob and the middle one Jim, I guess. So, but anyways, let's get into the story time. Now, this story is starts off when I was about like young, like in second grade, and my mom and dad they're out like getting groceries and stuff, and we weren't really doing much. We were just sitting there, like trying to entertain each other, reading books, playing games, the normal thing. When my brother goes out, and I didn't really think anything about it, so I just kept my books, and um, I was reading one of my favorite series at the time, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and I was still on the first book or something like that. So, I mean, I was enjoying myself, but then maybe like 10, 20 minutes later, my brother comes back and Bob has like a grocery bag. I don't really care. I'm still reading. And all of a sudden, he pulls out a Red Bull. And I sort of saw this from the top of my book, and I'm like, oh no. All of a sudden, he goes, guys, I just got a Red Bull for the first time. I'm going to try it out. This is going to be great. Close my book. And I was thinking to myself, something's gonna happen. Something stupid is gonna happen. And apparently I was psychic back then because I was 100% right. But he takes one sip, and next thing you know, he's powering New York with the energy he has. Like seriously, he's just bouncing off walls. He's going absolutely crazy. All of a sudden, he screams, "Guys, let's play hide and seek!" We all except for one of our brothers, but eventually, since at the time my brain density was that of a steamed potato, I hid under my dad's desk. But my twin brother goes into our bedroom, gone. He's just poof. I like he is pretty much there for the rest of the hide and seek time. But then Jim, he was a different story, bro. He was solid snake. Like he was like he was freaking hiding in the most obvious spot, and Bob would just walk into the room, pretty much like freaking stare at him, and then just walk off. Then he'd just hide in another spot. Like he was crazy. And like it was like this. Bob runs into the kitchen. Jim runs out of the kitchen. Bob goes out of the kitchen. He runs into our bedroom. All of a sudden, Jim just flies out of our bedroom and he goes into the kitchen. Gone. Next thing you know, Bob is like sitting there. He's like now asking me. He's like, "Hey, have you seen him?" I'm like, "No." But then eventually Bob got like bored or something like that. So he thought he maybe broke the rules and went outside. So he went outside to look for him when suddenly Jim flies out of the kitchen, slams the door shut, and locks it. So Bob didn't notice this. So we had about 5 minutes to laugh our butts off. Like I was just dying of laughter when all of a sudden eventually he notices, and then he's just like, hey guys, can you let me in? All like we're like, yeah, come on, let's unlock it. But then Jim, he wants to take it farther. He's sitting there like, no. And then he looks out the window, he goes, no. And then he's like, no, seriously, guys. Eventually, the knocking goes from this to this. Like he is sitting there banging on the door now because he really wants to get inside because it's night. Like where we lived, it was pretty creepy at night. So but eventually, I can't. What happened next, I can only describe as like about 200 pounds of idiocy flying through the doorway because his genius idea was to back up and ram the door. Like the door was lying like on its side, just completely defeated. I like we all just got up, looked at that in total shock. We all are freaking out. We're like, oh my gosh, Dad's getting so mad. Oh my gosh. And then eventually we all come down. He's like, guys, come down. I got this. And then he walks outside. Now we had a storage shed, so he's in the storage shed, and we're like, what the heck is he doing? So we follow him. We go to the storage shed, and he just disappears in there. He comes back with probably the worst plan he could have ever thought of. Of all the things he could have done, he decided to do this. What he held in his hands was a roll of freaking duct tape. He runs over to the door and starts duct taping it until you can't tell it's a freaking door anymore. Like, it's crazy. And then he's like, all right, guys, it's fine. Just don't tell Dad. It'll hold. Don't worry. Act natural. Whatever. We go read our books. 30 minutes later, Dad comes home. He opens the door. Immediately, the duct tape just gives out. Like, literally, as soon as he freaking turned the knob, the duct tape just went, nope, see ya, I'm out, I quit, not enough pay, screw you guys, I'm out. Like, and we got yelled at pretty good for that. But anyways, guys, that is gonna do it for this story time. If you like this commentary, you can hit that like and subscribe button. I'd very much appreciate it. And without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.